Kyle Harris with the baseball school in Green Springs, Ohio, and I'm here to talk about wrist weights again. The first episode we did on wrist weights was all about using wrist weights for arm path with young kids and older kids. It's just a great tool to teach arm path. What we're going to do now is go through our wrist weight circuit. Okay, so we have 3 pound, 5 pound, and 7 pound wrist weights that we use, and then there are 10 pounders you can get. You can get wrist weights all the way on up, even higher than that. But we actually have 1 pounders too. So we start the kids off light and then we slowly work up. A lot of our 10U athletes, 10, 11U athletes use the 3 pounders, and then our 12 to 14, 15-year-olds use the 5 pounders, and then we'll move up to 7. And those that want 10 pounds, we'll have them purchase those on their own until we get them. Now what we do is we're just going to put them on. The right way to put them on is to make sure that you can grab them with your fingertips here. And then we'll just start doing to loosen up. And we do this after we do our band work. So we'll do all of our J bands or our band work, and then we'll go into wrist weights. And we're just going to start with a simple shrug. The idea here is to learn how to move, roll, and control the shoulder blade. We'll go forward for 10 to 12, and then we'll go backwards 10 to 12. Learning to control the shoulder blade is one of the most important aspects of an arm care program because scapula dyskinesis is one of the largest causes of shoulder injuries. So we want to make sure we're developing coordination and motor control at the shoulder blade. The next thing we'll do is we'll do a supination raise, so our palms are up. We'll raise it up, and then we throw the thumbs down. Nice and controlled. And we're just trying to learn that pronation. So as we throw, we're pronating at release. We want to learn that motion there. And as we go through 8 to 15 of these, some of our older kids will bend the elbows and then kind of throw them down a little bit more aggressively. But the aggressiveness is on the turn. If you do that at the top, and then you let it fall down. The next thing we'll do is a double throw, and here you're going out and up. Don't let them drop down this way. It's not that. It's not the Michael Jackson or the West Side Story little snap thing. It's from here up, and then we throw down. So I back up a little so you can see it better. From here, up, and then down. And you can start getting aggressive with this. Don't let them get out in that plane. We want to try to keep it out in front. Throwing that thumb down. So after we do those, and we really get into it, we'll throw it. What we'll do is I'll actually modify it. We like to do a pivot pick, but it's hard for some of the kids to get twisted. So we'll start in a staggered stance. Oh, I'm sorry. The next thing we do after that is Cuban press. So we're going to row up this way, palms in. We're going to rotate up, press, down. And the idea is to learn this motion a little bit in a controlled environment so they get comfortable with allowing their pinky to lead a little bit for the next drill. And try to stay nice and smooth there. Make sure they're not getting shrugged in here or doing that. We want to get that elbow up a little bit and then press up there. Then we'll get into a staggered stance here. Okay, so if I throw right-handed, my left foot's going to be slightly in front, and I'm going to have them elbow that person behind them. Tell them to think about that kid that bothers them a little bit. Give them a little nudge. Turn in, and then we're working through here. Nice and easy. And as we come through, we pinch the shoulder blade, and you can see that actively if you're behind them. And then we try to open up, elbow, pinky. And in my previous video, I talked about it looks like the hype, that internal rotation of the shoulder. Pinky, and then thumb down. And they can do that slow. Watch them getting out. A lot of them will like to get out this way and punch or push. It's not that. We want them to stay back. And that's why we're staggered stance, so they can feel that. And you can see that very easily. Here to there, from the other side, this way. You can see the shoulder blade engage, pinky, thumb down. If they're able to do that, we go into pivot pick-off. So we're here, and if I'm throwing towards the camera, my throwing arm is closer to that area. So I'm right-handed, I'm throwing towards you. I'm going to turn in, work my front side up, and then follow through. So that's the combination of this and this, trying to work that elbow spiral so we feel that weight. And they can really get into it after they've done this a while. And that's typically where we stop our wrist weight program. So we've just got a few exercises. We've got shrugs first, forward and backward. Got palms up, throw the thumbs down, palms up, throw the thumbs down. We've got the double throws, working on aggressive pronation. We've got the Cuban press, working on external and internal rotation at the shoulder. We've got the modified throw. And then we've got the pivot pickoff, which is the bread and butter of the wrist weight program.